I'm Sarah Carroll, Director of Futuresource, and welcome to the Audio Renaissance event. We've had a super day here today, bringing artists, service providers, music companies, all together to discuss the future for the industry. Clearly, lots of challenges ahead, but what is really encouraging is everyone feels there's a real bright future for the music and audio hardware industry. Hopefully we can do it again next year.
I'm Davis Lukens. I work from product manager at Rovi Corporation, and I thought today was a great session. We had a lot of different viewpoints on the same problem, which is how do we get the content, the music, to the people that want to listen to it as fast as we can and at the best quality we can, right? And I think we have some great people in the industry to do that. It's just now we need to take advantage of it and take advantage and come together to make sure that that content is to the user, because in the end, it's the user that's the most important thing, and I think that's what we came to the conclusion today. So I think it was a great session.
Pete Downton from 7 Digital, Chief Commercial Officer. Fantastic conference today, just so unusual to have people from all the way from the artists themselves, all the way through to people making consumer electronic products. Just a really unique event and just terribly worthwhile spending the time here.
Hi, I'm Gary Brotman, Director of Product Management at Qualcomm. Today was actually quite an interesting experience for me. I've been in the music business for about 16 years doing digital music, software services, a la carte downloads, Wi-Fi audio throughout the house. And one of the things that I've been looking at most of my career is how do the different segments of the market actually come together and have a meaningful conversation about making the overall ecosystem healthy and bringing value to the content. And one of the things that came up on my panel today specifically was one key word, and that was symbiosis, or people in the industry having a symbiotic relationship. The music business has been relatively contentious, and everybody in their own segment has been fighting for their own little piece of the market. And what I saw today was a lot of openness, great ideas, and people really expressing a genuine interest and starting to have conversations that make that symbiotic dynamic within the industry real.
I'm Gene Hoffman. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Indicia.com. We do subscription billing infrastructure, and today, very interesting. I'm a former co-founder of eMusic, came from the music world, so very fun to see that the music industry's kind of gotten to a place where they're aware that they're being disintermediated, changed, and are trying to embrace how to make that change actually work. Very fun to see everybody grow up with that reality and how much closer we are to kind of the music services of the future.
So Benoît Labus from Covers. So Covers is a hi-fi streaming service coming from Paris. We are launched in Europe, so it's our first time here at the Futuresource conference. I think it was quite interesting to see the diversity of the panel, from the artists, from the industrial, the chip, and also the more technical people. So I think it was quite an intense discussion. The program was very interesting. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Paul Pacifica. I'm the Chief Executive of the Featured Artists Coalition, which is the organisation in the music industry that represents the rights and interests of the featured artists. It's been very interesting to come to the Futuresource Day today. We work a lot in the creative field, talking with artists about their experience when they interact with the digital world. It's been fascinating to see now how that interfaces with some of the producers, distributors, and other interested stakeholders, the device manufacturers, how what we do integrates with what they're experiencing with their customer base in this new digital world, and see how we can work together better to make the whole thing grow bigger, grow better, give a better experience to consumers, and also a better value chain back to the artists.
Matthew White, Director of User Experience at Omnipotent. I really enjoyed the day. I think that there's always important discussions to have around where the digital music industry is going, the aspects that wrap it, the user experience there, and how it is that consumers are responding to that. And I think the event does a very good job at bringing together a lot of those subjects into one place, into one venue. I think it's very worthwhile, and I really enjoyed it.
So it's great to be here, part of this event. It's quite clear to me actually that I'm actually the only real artist in the room, which is a shame. But actually it's hard for us to find out that this is going on. And that's what's part of the talk that I gave actually today, was actually when we're thinking about the future of the music industry, to invite the artists in to give our perspective, because we're right in the thick of it. And actually there's many things that are missing about the flow of information, flow of money, talking about premium audio, whether we agree with that or not, all kinds of things that happened today. Made me think in really new ways, and because I'm in my artist little bubble, and it's great to come here and think of things from very different angles, and it makes me think, oh, actually, I've missed something here, and I want to think about this, and I want to try to connect to this, like the digital radio. The guy talking from radio play, very, very interesting to think about how, as an artist, can I actually add to that conversation about curated dialogue, content, kind of radio DJs talking about interesting things or conversations, topics, but actually integrating that in with music I love, or my own music, and creating kind of really rich content that kind of ticks lots of boxes rather than just being in the kind of music only bubble. So that was nice. And then thinking about really just for me, the opportunity to be able to speak to a group of people who are really at the forefront of pushing technology forward and going, that's really exciting, and I'm a huge advocate for technology, creating my own music gloves with a great team of people, but actually that the artists are often not included in that conversation, which seems odd. Because we're pretty clued up, actually. We may not seem it, but we are. And we have a clear idea about how the system doesn't work for us. And so to be here, part of the conversation, to share a kind of a vision of the future from an artistic standpoint, is great to be able to kind of infiltrate people's thoughts about how they may direct their business in the future. So it's been fabulous so far.